If your kitchen has a bowl of ripe summer peaches sitting on the counter, this is the recipe to make next. These peach crumble bars have a buttery oat crumble, juicy cinnamon spice peaches, and a simple vanilla glaze that brings everything together. Everything starts by going into one bowl: the flour, oats, brown sugar, cinnamon, baking powder, salt, melted dairy-free butter, and a little vanilla. Stir until you have large, buttery crumbs. We reserve about 2 cups for the topping, and the rest gets pressed firmly into the bottom of the pan to create the crust. Line a 9 by 13 inch baking pan with some parchment paper. It makes lifting the bars out so much easier once they've cooled. This is one of the recipes where perfection really isn't the goal. Give the peaches a rough chop into bite-sized pieces and call it good. Once these are chopped up, we're going to toss them into a bowl with some sugar, some cornstarch, cinnamon, vanilla, lemon juice, and just a pinch of salt. The cornstarch is going to help thicken the juices as the bars bake, so instead of a runny filling, you'll get soft, jammy layers that slice beautiful once they're cooled. Once the peaches are coated, just spread them evenly over the crust and top with the remaining crumble over the top. I like to leave some larger clumps because they give a little bit of extra crunch. And if you enjoy baking from scratch but also need recipes that are dairy-free, egg-free, and nut-free and made with everyday ingredients, I'd love to have you subscribe. New recipes are always on the way, and I'm so glad you're here baking with me. Into the oven they'll go until the crumble is a beautiful golden color and the peach filling is bubbling around the edges. One of the hardest parts of this recipe is letting them cool completely before slicing. It takes a little patience, but it makes all the difference if you want those clean bakery-style bars. And while the bars cool, whisk together a quick vanilla glaze. It only takes a minute, but that light drizzle adds just the right amount of sweetness without overpowering the fresh peaches. Once the bars are completely cool, drizzle the glaze over the top and cut them into squares. At the end of the day, these are just peach crumble bars, but for someone who has to avoid dairy, eggs, or nuts, being able to enjoy a homemade dessert without worrying about the ingredients can mean a lot. That's why I keep creating these recipes. I want everyone to have food that feels special, no matter what allergies they're living with. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this recipe, feel free to share it with someone who loves summer baking, and I'll see you in the next one.